Thank you, Dr. Lawson, and thank you for hosting us this morning. As Manette said, this plaque came from almost a random encounter. I was sitting next to Gloria Steinem, and we were chatting about this event, and she said, well, is there anything commemorating the event in Houston? And I said, no. And she said, well, who should we talk to? And I said, well, I have people. We can handle this. And it is appropriate. And I sort of, a little bit embarrassed, said I was actually there too. And although I was there as a volunteer for the League of Women Voters, and I spent my time at the League of Women Voters booth, I was a Rice student at the time. And I said, I know many, many people who attended the conference, and I believe that there would be some interest in not just a permanent commemoration of the event, but an opportunity to reconnect with many of the women who helped organize and participate in the event, and to reclaim some of that history. Because I would also point out that we have an amazing archive as part of the Houston Public Library system that covers many singular and significant events for the city of Houston. And this is one where we do have, as you can see, some amazing artifacts, but also the opportunity to gather and collect more. And it was an appropriate time to reach out, to bring together women and men, because I'm looking forward to introducing our next speaker, women and men who were a part of this event. As Ms. Steinem said, this was an important turning point in the women's movement, the largest gathering of women since the Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls in 1848. The federal government set aside money to hold the convention and to hold the gatherings in every state that sent delegates to this conference. They actually set aside $5 million. I think a current president would have a hard time setting aside that much money for an event devoted to women. The conference was held primarily in the Sam Houston Coliseum, and now the Hobby Center for the Performing Arts, with approximately 2,000 delegates and 15,000 to 20,000 observers. They gathered to create a national plan of action to improve the lives of women. Dignitaries included First Lady Rosalind Carter, former First Ladies Lady Bird Johnson and Betty Ford, Coretta Scott King, Barbara Jordan, activist Betty Friedan and Gloria Steinem, poet Maya Angelou with her A More Perfect Union. 26 planks or topics addressed included arts and humanities, battered women, child abuse and child care, credit, disabled women, education, employment, older women, rape, reproductive freedom. Isn't it amazing that those issues are still resonating, and in fact we seem to be backsliding in some of them. And then, of course, the Equal Rights Amendment, which ultimately didn't pass in this country. A final report was presented to President Carter entitled The Spirit of Houston, the First National Women's Conference. And of course, with a name like that, it indicates that there would be other national women's conferences, although they didn't happen. In putting this event together, and I truly leaned on Manette a great deal. I know she had fun contacting folks, and I hope you have the email from Mayor Whitmire that I don't know if it's not in my notes, but it is in my notes. Are you telling me I just didn't find it? Okay. We contacted Mayor Whitmire, and she said, well, you know, I was a big supporter of the conference, but Anise, you may not remember, I didn't attend because I was in the middle of a runoff campaign. I had some other things to do. I want to acknowledge Council Member Ellen Cohen, joining me here this morning. State Senator Sylvia Garcia. There's some others who I'm not going to announce yet because they're going to be speaking, but ladies, thank you for being here, and I know that you have been a part of advancing the rights and opportunities for women here in this community. Thank you very much. Senator Garcia says she was a Texas delegate to the conference. Now, in order to host this event, it required that the mayor of Houston be supportive and welcoming and make the appropriate city facilities available. And it certainly is important to us that Mayor Fred Hoffines was interested in the role and rights of women, who was interested in hosting this event, and I'm very, very pleased that he's able to be with us here today. Mayor, it's a great job. It's a great job all the time. It's not always an easy job or a fun job. And I know that this conference puts you in a position of conflict with some of your friends and supporters, but it also puts you in a position to do the right thing at the right time, and we appreciate you for doing that. So please come forward.